is the tutorial for how I made this Valentine's gift box card. I've also made a Galentine's card, which I'll be posting shortly, so feel free to mix and match whichever features. As always, I combined ideas from Pinterest, so I'll include those creators in the caption, as well as all the materials you need. Firstly, let's cut out a 30cm square on red card, and roll up 9 squares that are 10cm by 10cm. We're going to cut out 3 of the corner squares, and then on the 4th we're only going to cut one side. Next, we're going to create creases along each line and rub out the pencil markings. Now let's get started on our first wall. We're going to glue down this pink square card in the center. Next, we're going to take this red square card and draw a 2.5cm line that is 2cm from the top and 0.7cm from the left side of the card. We're then going to repeat this with the second line, but this time 0.7cm from the first line. Now gently fold the lines in half and cut along them to create 2 slits. When you unfold the card, it should look like this. Next, cut out a heart that is around 3.5cm. Trace around it and cut out 5 more. I went for 3 pink hearts and 3 red hearts. Put those aside and then cut out a 20cm by 2cm pink rectangle. Place one of the hearts at the left end of the pink rectangle so you can't see the edges of the rectangle, and mark where the heart ends on the other side. From there, draw 5 lines 0.7cm apart and create creases along each line in the direction going away from you. Then, either using glue or double-sided sticky tape, stick a red heart onto the first section, lining up the right side of the heart with the first crease. We're going to repeat this process with the other hearts, alternating in color. Make sure to only glue down the right underside of each heart. This will give us the movement that you can see here. Next, we're going to stick down the edge of the left underside of the rectangle to the slit on the red card. We're then going to take the right side of the pink rectangle and push it underneath and through the slit. We now have a heart train that works like this. Next, we're going to cut off the excess rectangle by resting it on top of the pink square card and marking where the side of the box finishes. From there, we cut the edge into an arrow and pull it out to write a little Valentine's message. Lastly, place some double-sided sticky tape along the top and bottom of the red card and place it down on top of the pink square. Now let's do the second wall. We're going to glue down an 8cm pink square to the center of the card. Next, cut out an 8cm square on white card and fold the outer corners to meet in the middle, and then fold the bottom and use some double-sided sticky tape to keep it in place. Then cut the corner so that it matches with the sides. Now let's tie a bow around it using some thin red ribbon and glue this mini envelope to the pink square. Next, glue this white card onto the red card, write a cute message and glue it down onto the envelope. Next, create a heart around 1.5 to 2 centimeters tall. We're going to then fold some red card and place it inside the folded heart and cut around it. It will give us a heart the same size as our cutout, which you can see here. We're going to do this another 3 times so we have 4 hearts in total. We're then going to glue the right undersides of the folded hearts and stick them to the envelope like so. Now let's create our standing corner by gluing or taping the corner piece to the back of the heart wall, as you can see here. Next, we're going to create our centerpiece. First, cut out a heart that is around 7.5 centimeters. Then draw up a red rectangle that is 26 centimeters by 3 centimeters and create a line at the 11.5 centimeter mark and the 23 centimeter mark. From the 11.5 centimeter mark, create small tabs, and towards the outer ends create bigger tabs, not going past the 23 centimeter mark. Next, create creases along the 11.5 centimeter mark and along all the tabs. We're now going to line this crease to the fold of the top of the heart and carefully tape the tabs to the underside of the heart. Then create a crease along the excess at the bottom and stick it to the other side like so. To enforce it even further, you can also stick down some strips along the tabs, particularly around the top fold of the heart. Lastly, stick it down in the center of the card. Now for wall 3. We're going to take this white square card and mark 6 centimeters from both sides of the corner and draw a line between the 2 marks. We're then going to repeat that process with the opposite corner. Once that's done, create creases along the lines. Next, fold the bottom corner up and stick it to the sides using double-sided sticky tape. Cut the corner to match where it lines up with the sides. Next, fold the top corner down and create a crease. Then, using a hole punch, create a hole close to the tip of the corner. Pencil within the hole, and using the hole punch again, create a hole in that bottom layer. Now place some thin red ribbon through the holes and tie it with a bow. Lastly, stick it down to the box. Next, we have our Polaroid wall. We're going to take this white rectangle and draw lines at 5.5 centimeter intervals and create creases along each line, alternating in direction. And don't forget to rub out the pencil markings. Lastly, glue down photos of you and your Valentine. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm using photos from Pinterest. I recommend sizing or cutting the photos to 5.5 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters. We're then going to wrap some red ribbon around the Polaroid stack and stick it down to the wall. Now that the inside is done, we can move on to our lid and bow. So we're going to cut out a 16.5 centimeter red square and create a 3 centimeter margin along each side. We're then going to cut every second line in each corner of the square. After that, create creases along each line. Next, using glue or double-sided sticky tape, stick the underside of the outer corner piece to the inner middle pieces. Do this along all 4 corners and you have your lid. Now that we have our lid, we can decorate it by taking two pieces of 10.5cm by 2cm white card and gluing them down on top of the lid in a cross pattern. And then taking four 3cm by 2cm pieces of white card and gluing them to the sides where the top white card finishes. Now onto our bow. So we're going to take a 10cm by 10cm white square and draw two diagonal lines from each corner. Then we're going to cut along each of those lines up until 1cm from the center. Next, draw a curved line down two opposite sides and cut along it. It should look like this. We're then going to draw two lines about 1cm apart and cut along them like so. We're then going to draw an upside down V, 1cm from the edges, and cut along it. Next, we're going to glue these corners and stick them down into the center. This is what creates our bow shape. You can also add a little tape to the center to secure it better like I did here. Next, I turned it around and folded these bottom bits up, and where the crease is, we're going to place some glue and stick it down. We're then going to take these pieces and fold them back down again like this. Lastly, we're going to spin it back around and take the top center piece and wrap it around and stick it to the back of the bow and cut off any excess paper. Now all that's left is to stick it down to the center of the lid. For our final step, we're going to add some chocolates into our centerpiece heart. I found these little heart chocolates from Target, but you can use any wrapped chocolate. And we're done. We now have the sweetest Valentine's gift box card to give to someone this Valentine's Day. Let me know if you make it. I would love to see it. And be sure to check out my Valentine's card tutorial also. See you in my next video.